Vince McMahon, I woke up this morning and all over the place, it was reported that Vince McMahon has been accused of sex trafficking. Not assault, not harassment, not rape this time. It was like it just continues to get worse. These alleged, it's not even charges. It's not like he's getting charged with it. This it's literally pure accusations. Um, a year ago, he was accused of sexual assault. And then before that, it was harassment and paying off some kind of intern or whatever. Now here we are with this Janelle Grant lady, and it just gets worse. It gets worse. Now he's being accused of sex trafficking. And of course, the IWC, the internet wrestling community, wants to run to their keyboards and start typing RIP, not RIP Vince, but rest in peace Vince, RIP Bozo, get him the fuck out of here, blah, 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 with little to no evidence. Little to no evidence. So one of the things that I'm not gonna lie, man, I was on Twitter. I'm not sitting here defending a billionaire, but at the same time, we ain't got nothing to go off of except for text that literally looked like a fucking 16-year-old Chicago rapper typed it. You expect me to believe that Vince McMahon is doing that? You really expect me to believe that Vince McMahon is sitting here talking about putting 3 of his wrestlers' cocks down some intern's throat or some employee's throat? I mean, come the fuck on. Yes, Vince McMahon, he's got his ways. He's said some things and does some things in the past, at least on screen and off screen. But does that mean that we have to literally castrate this guy based off of accusations when we know the climate that we live in now? We know the shit that happens nowadays when it comes to women and accusing men of doing stupid shit. And I'm not even going to say stupid shit. I'm going to say serious shit. Serious shit. So this is one of the many tweets that I responded to earlier. Russell Ops tweets out more on the sex trafficking lawsuit via the Wall Street Journal. And by the way, does anybody not find it weird that the Wall Street Journal has literally, they did this a year ago, not even a year ago, and came out and put the same thing out on Vince? And I think it was the same chick, Janelle Grant, as well. It might have been a different chick, but I'm thinking it's the same chick. That, oh, this man is being accused of paying off an intern or paying off an employee, and then she didn't want, then she fulfilled her contract, she left, then she wanted to come back and say that he did some shit, and yeah. So like I said, we know the climate. This is nothing new. It's just now it's hit the pro wrestling world. But this right here is kind of crazy. It says Ms. McMahon recruited people to have sex with Grant as well, including WWE's former. Oh damn! I lost my spot. Former head of talent relations, John Laurinaitis, who was named as a defendant in the suit. So again, I don't want to get too much into detail of what things are said because it is some weird shit, and I just have no need to repeat it. And it's also most likely fake. But someone says that McMahon, the suit cited a July 2020 text that said others at WWE wanted to have sex with her after seeing photos on McMahon's phone. Really? Really? And the group laughed when he told them she may scream and try to say no, although it would be difficult to say anything with a cock down her throat. So I do have a hard time believing that Vince McMahon doesn't know how to punctuate his shit. I also have a hard time believing that Vince McMahon doesn't know how to spell out the word B instead of just putting the letter B. And I also have a hard time believing that Vince McMahon would actually type out the word cock or even the phrase cock down her throat through a text message. The guy is 70 plus years old, but we'll get to that. I actually responded back to this. Let me get back to the tweet or the response that I had. And I said, Well, actually, I responded to somebody else's response, but some Pat dude, Blue Geek, of course, sounds like a fucking weirdo, says that's so disgusting to even read it. How's he not behind bars still? So I immediately responded back to this fucking weirdo, this retard, and I said because maybe it's not true, especially 2 days after a Netflix deal was announced. And then we had about 5 trolls come out here and wanted to respond back, and I guess they wanted some kind of rebuttal from me. You're not gonna get any fucking rebuttal from me, fella. Not on fucking Twitter. I said what I said. I meant what I meant. It is what it is. If you disagree, good on you. Pat yourself on the back. That's what life is. It's about disagreeing and moving the fuck on. This Dante character says, what does a Netflix deal have to do with anything? Over your head, bro. Way over your head. My statement, my tweet was way the fuck over your head if you're sitting here asking, what does a Netflix deal have to do with anything? When I specifically said, it's funny how this comes out the same week, within days, within just a couple days of this Netflix deal being announced. Are you that slow that you can't put 2 and 2 together? Then some Adam dude, he just says, you're disgusting. Okay. Thank you, I guess. For me saying, hey, can we at least, like this guy said, innocent until proven guilty? Can we at least go by that? Whatever happened to that? But no, nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that unless some dude, some grown-ass man wants to walk into a woman's bathroom and show his dick to everybody. Oh, but then it's innocent until proven guilty, right? Then this Jake guy says, you do realize lawsuits aren't made on the spot, right? You don't just walk up to a courthouse drive-through and say, one lawsuit, please. These things take time to get started. The fact that it got announced around the time of the Netflix deal is pure coincidence. He said pure coincidence. This is exactly why I tell you guys that these niggas are brainwashed, man, to the fucking core. And I'm not saying it's a WWE or TK or none of them people brainwashing them. This is new to the pro wrestling world. I'm not saying that these accusations are new, but I'm saying this situation is new, especially on a scale like this, when someone as prominent in a pro wrestling business like Vince McMahon, arguably the most prominent name in a professional wrestling industry. And we're going to sit here, and like I said just a few moments ago, we know what this is. We've seen it a million times before. Billionaire after billionaire, millionaire after millionaire, actor after actor, musician after musician, voice actor after voice actor, comic book author after comic book author, video game developers after video game developers, musician after musician. I can go on for days. Niggas get canceled every day, B. Off of nothing, off of hurt fucking feelings. And this is what we have to deal with. More of the crusty cabooses of the world. And I just want to let you guys know, I'm no lawyer. But I'm pretty sure, yes, lawsuits literally are made on the spot and can be made on the spot. So I don't know what this dude's talking about. But before I continue, I do want to say that this is a very serious allegation. So just to write Vince McMahon off the planet for yet another Wall Street Journal article involving yet another allegation against Vince. This does not lead me to believe that this is some kind of fucking sex trafficker. I'm sorry. You guys keep upping the shit. And look, I don't want to compare Vince McMahon to Donald Trump, but it seems like that's what they're doing. The same thing they're doing to a president, fam. She signed an NDA. She took the money. $3 million to be exact. That's why I put in the thumbnail, I said, that's why I put in the quotations. Somebody say 5 billion? Somebody say $5 billion? Oh, I need me some of that. I need me some of them $5 billion. She also stated that she dropped the lawsuit she would drop the lawsuit if WWE would give her a job back. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if I was in such a terrible fucking situation, you could never bribe me with money to come back. That's like being in an abusive relationship. You finally get away and then you go right back. That's not called love. That's called mental retardation. And I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't trust anybody like that. I wouldn't trust a female, anything she fucking says if she does shit like that. If you feel so horrible and you feel like you're in fear of your life, you're in fear of anything, and you don't go straight and tell somebody, you don't go straight and do that. No. You wait until the week of they announce one of their biggest deals in their company history. And then you drop this on them. You drop the bomb on them. Why would you want to go back to that place if this really happened? Can anybody tell me that? Everyone wants to ignore the fact that women sue for sexual assault a lot, and end up taking a fucking settlement, fam. But instead, you'll see them go straight to fucking social media and make these claims, but not work it out with the people that can actually fucking help them. Y'all ever notice that these women, look at the brick lady, for instance. The brick lady just got in trouble for that shit. She went straight to social media to try and matter of fact, she ain't even pointing anybody out. She just said it was a man with a brick. She got beat up with some men with bricks. Then come to find out, it was a water bottle. Then come to find out after that, it didn't happen at all. She beat herself up. And now they got her, but they were looking for her ass. Only thing social media is going to do is add to the fire. That's all it's ever done. It's never helped anything. That lady, the brick lady, had a GoFundMe account, fam, and made about $40,000 off of that. Imagine if she actually got away with it, fam. All they're going to do is add to the fire and slander Vince's name. Did we not learn from the Jericho situation a couple weeks ago, where there's no evidence at all except for Kylie Ray liking and putting a heart on a tweet? No evidence at all, but yet people are literally at AEW shows crucifying Chris Jericho. Let's go ahead and get to the text messages, man, before I get fired up. Or too fired up. I'm already fired, but before I get too fired up, let's go ahead and look at these text messages. So this comes from WrestleOps. These text messages are all over the place, not just WrestleOps throwing these out there. So this is all over the place. Already 3.4 million people have viewed these text messages. So I can't even imagine what people are actually thinking. But I know what I think. And warning, these may get a little graphic. I haven't looked at all the text messages. I looked at the first one. I said, there's no way this is fucking Vince McMahon. There's no way this is a 70-year-old man. I'm sorry. Following the threesome on May 11th of 2020, McMahon sent an explicit message to Miss Grant that further detailed his fantasies of seeing her engaged in sexual relations. I love it. That's you, Janelle. Again, with a U, not even spelling it out. You just can't get enough, can you? And a random capital G on get in the middle of the sentence. Spacing and putting the question. This looks like a 16-year-old white girl. A Chicago, and like I said earlier, a Chicago rapper at best. That's what I tweeted out. In the future, it's going to be so bad that you'll demand to be fucked twice a day and not just with, I have no idea what they blocked out, but in a three-way. If you're going to put fucked and fucked twice and shit like that, why are you blacking anything out? You've already said the worst thing you could fucking say. Anyways, Why not let others see the beautiful, voluptuous body and watch you shake uncontrollably when you, God damn, this is crazy. They'll go out of their minds. Then I'll find more friends and we'll tie you up so you're helpless. I'll direct them to have their way any way they want. Who can make you scream? I think it's scream the loudest. Another space and then the punctuation. Maybe I'll just line them up and have them squirt in your mouth and your mouth and and it spells pussy wrong all over tits and ass at the same time. You'll be, it doesn't even spell the B out, covered in cum. This sounds like a straight up porno, bro. We'll make you eat it all and taste everybody's skeet. The next morning you'll be a little sore, but still going to want more. After that, fucking over and over. Oh my God. I don't think I'm going to read the rest of this. Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. I'm looking at these text messages. As you guys can see, damn, I can't believe I wasn't sharing that. But I'm showing the text message now. One of the text messages. And I'm not going to repeat this shit. But this is wild. This is wild, fam. I just want to ask you guys, do you guys really think a 70-year-old man is going to tweet this out? I mean, not tweet this out, send this out? Text this to a woman? Around this time, McMahon openly shared explicit photographs and salacious stories about Miss Grant with the WWE crew at TV tapings, a group McMahon also referred to her as her fan club. Indeed, McMahon exuberantly messaged her a truthful story of having just shared explicit content of her with a group of 12 men on the WWE tech crew and recounted the obscene details he shared with them. Jesus Christ, man. I just passed my phone around to a bunch of guys on the tech crew. They were screaming, OMG, she's fucking beautiful. Look at that ass. I'd like to get that. I paused to count out loud how many guys were there. 12. I then said, okay, there's 12 of you, and she would love to fuck each and every one of you at what time? At one time. The guys cheered. But she will only do if it takes 3 at a time. All right, man. Yeah, I'm not reading the rest of this shit. This is just straight up like porn shit at this point, man. Like this is awful shit. Okay. So this is one where she texts him back. Apparently. Allegedly, right? Give me another week, baby, and I'll be ready. I'm feeling more like myself. It's not great, but it's getting better. Tell him soon. I already told him, baby. By the way, Johnny wants Tuesdays, but not this coming one, and the occasional Saturday. But maybe I can shift it to Thursday nights. Johnny would like all of the above. What the fuck, man? Yeah, look, there's no fucking way a 7-year-old man's texting this. There's no way Vince McMahon, a billionaire, is texting this to an employee. So this is where I question the legitimacy in this shit, because we know, and we just saw the AI, Taylor Swift's AI shit release yesterday, right? And now, she's threatening to sue them because, obviously it's AI fucking up her rep, right? This could easily be fake. I'm leaning on that side anyways. But Tiny McDonald says, is this legit? The text doesn't seem like they are written by a 70-year-old man. Also, he is way too rich and successful to spell that badly. Thank you. So that's why I tweeted out. I said, thank you. He's not texting like a Chicago rapper. No 70-year-old is consistently using LOL and spelling you as you in a text. Sorry. It's not happening. It's not. So that's what I had to say about the whole text situation. Because when the text came out, and I was like, oh shit, they have actual text. This man texting this bitch back. Damn, this might be fucking true then. And then you look at the text, and it looks like fucking Slim Jesus was texting this bitch. Or T.I.'s youngest son was texting this bitch. Not Vincent Kennedy fucking McMahon, not the billionaire, not the pro wrestling mogul. How the fuck you say that? I should probably stop trying to say words that I can't fucking even pronounce. I know the meaning, but I can't pronounce it. Yeah, look, I'm not with this whole. I'm not on board with saying that Vince McMahon texted that out. I'm just not, man. And look, I know that he's probably. I can't say for a fact, but based off of what we've seen, the kind of stuff that he's put on TV, the content that he's done, all this other stuff, and the sketchiness of it, yes, he probably is a very sexual man. He's a grown ass fucking man that's a billionaire and was married to fucking Linda McMahon for well over 50 years. But at the end of the day, she signed an NDA. At the end of the day, she took the money. She took the money. The simple fact that the overwhelming majority of the twatter mob wants this to be true is sickening. It's sickening. Because I got on Twitter earlier today and I'm seeing people literally happy that that this is the fall of Vince McMahon. The fall of Vince McMahon continues. And I'm sitting here like, you can not like the man for whatever reason. But I'm still going to go back to innocent until proven guilty. I'm still going to go back to, can we get actual facts? Because there's no way that we're getting quote unquote text messages of their conversations from a few years ago and their encounters. And yet, nothing legally has actually happened. Nothing legally has actually went down. We're like I'm so lost on this shit to where the twatter mob wants to walk out here and call themselves the internet wrestling community and say that they support this and they support that, and yet Vince McMahon of all people is getting ridiculed. His reputation is being tarnished, and all you guys can think of is, well, we don't like him creatively and we think he's a piece of shit, so fuck him. Fuck him. Let's burn him at the fucking cross. No evidence. We got details, but we don't have any fucking evidence. No one's come out and spoke publicly on this issue from Vince McMahon's camp. Y'all are crying to the skies for Vince's head with little to no evidence. And that is the biggest problem that I have. Because if he really did this, and like I always say, if what anybody's being accused of, if they really did it, obviously fuck them. But I have a really hard time believing that this very week, after all the news has come out for WWE and their partnerships and the WrestleMania stuff, we're getting ahead in the Royal Rumble. Now you have fans on a part of the internet wrestling community sitting on Twitter, again, the twat mob. I'm sorry, the twatter mob. I don't think I can say twat, but the twatter mob coming out here and saying that, oh, if we don't get anybody asking about Vince McMahon at the Royal Rumble press conference, there's going to be a fucking issue. Is this what this has come to? Is this what wrestling fandom has come to? If so, I don't want to be a part of it. Most importantly, y'all are still playing their fucking game and you don't even know it. You're playing the game that they all want you to play. You're playing the game that this fucking Janelle lady wants you to play. That every other woman that goes out and accuses a man when he's at his highest fucking point. And in Vince's case, when he's riding off into the sunset after it's all said and done, just wiped his hands of WWE and said, hey, TKO, y'all do y'all thing. Triple H, you in charge, blah, blah, whatever. I get y'all voted me out of the board of directors. I get it, whatever. Y'all do y'all thing. I'm just go and chill. I got the little mustache, and the mustache does not help at all. Like him with that new fucking dark mustache, the Dodd mustache, does not help his case at all. But at the same time, man, innocent until proven guilty. Because how many billionaires have we seen get canceled? How many billionaires have we seen get offered, or not even offered? I mean, we obviously they got offered a lot because they billionaires. But we've seen billionaires get killed over nothing. How many of those billionaire crypto guys got killed in the past 2 years? A lot. How many billionaires have we seen get everything stripped from them once they do try and ride off into the sunset? Exactly. Exactly. So it may seem crazy for me to come out here and try and defend a billionaire, which again, I'm not sitting out here defending this man. I'm just saying, hey, y'all, let's actually fucking wait until shit happens, until we get actual evidence instead of just burning this man right at the fucking cross before we get anything. I don't know, man. I don't know. And this is coming from a guy who repeatedly came out ever since 2017 and said, I don't want Vince McMahon a part of creative. I've said it. And yet still, I get fucking weirdos under my shit talking about, you're disgusting. You're despicable. How fucking dare you? How dare you? Really? We're playing this game now? Calling people disgusting because we're saying, hey, we need to wait for facts? That's what we're doing? So I want to go back to my first tweet. You got the guy that says I'm disgusting. You got the you do real lawsuits, blah, whatever. You got innocent until proven guilty. I like this guy, Manila Folder. Let's see who. Fuck off, you dumb cunt. That's a great argument. That is a great argument. Thank you, Naoki. As a matter of fact, I'll even like your tweet for calling me a dumb cunt and telling me to fuck off. That's a great argument to what I said. I appreciate it. Let's go to Phil Lindsay. This fucking idiot says, remember that story about how Brock walked out when Vince announced his retirement? Yep, it all makes even more sense now. After they drug Brock Lesnar into this whole situation and saying that that Vince McMahon passed her around to Brock Lesnar and Brock Lesnar loves her as well. Like, it's some weird fucking shit that he's being accused of. So I decided to quote tweet this because Phil Lindsay is the last person to talk about anything. So I said, or maybe it isn't true without evidence. Phil Lindsay is the same guy that 2 years ago was blaming Tony Khan and calling him racist because he fired what's her name? I can't even think of her name now. Cedric Alexander's wife. Swole, Big Swole. He fired Big Swole. And then Phil Lindsay was one of the people that came out and tried to call or insinuate that Tony Khan is racist. And it was unjust and it was unfair. Again, not a real wrestling fan if you really think about it. Let's just be honest. Then you have other weirdos who have made personas about of Vince McMahon on Twitter. This account used to be called Vince McMahon's Thoughts. And every fucking thing he would tweet out, it would say, oh, that's, something, pal, or, whatever. Such good shit. These fucking nobodies who make their entire persona off of someone else decides to change it and then make it into somebody else's fucking persona. Triple H's Thoughts. That's what the account's called now. In light of the details that came out today about Vince McMahon, it was time for a gimmick change. This is the wrestling business after all, so just pretend the last couple years on this account never happened as we move forward. This is horrible. And I'll tell you why this is horrible. Because we're talking about Vince McMahon. We're talking about somebody that created an entire account on Twitter surrounded by Vince McMahon and his character. And at the first sign the first sign of some controversy that hits Vince McMahon, because it is a serious fucking thing that they're trying to hit him with. Sex trafficking is a very, very serious fucking accusation. And to me, this is the furthest thing from fucking sex trafficking. Because again, she took the money and she signed an NDA. And if these texts are real, she texted him back and kept calling him baby. So you mean to tell me that you get the bag for being a whore, and then for whatever reason, 2 years later, whether the money ran out, whether you got jealous, or maybe you just heard that WWE and Netflix are in the same sentence, and then a couple minutes later you hear the number 5 billion, and you say, you know what? I got a story to tell. Let's go down to the courthouse. I got something to file. Something they need to know. And then after that, let's go to Twitter and let's talk to the Wall Street Journal as well. Give it to them. A whole press release in a couple days. Let's do that. I wouldn't put it past them. It's 2024. Women have done worse for less money. Janelle Grant, one of the women in Vince McMahon's NDA scandal, was instructed to take sexual photos and videos for Brock Lesnar in an attempt to get him to re-sign with WWE. Vince McMahon told him that fucking Brock was part of the deal. This does not sound right at all. Some people say that Vince McMahon's a crazy dude, that he's an insane man. And that could be true. But the timing on this is so it's not a coincidence to me. I do not believe this is a coincidence at all. It's a setup. It's a setup. Woman comes out, accuses celebrity of something. Again, when he's riding off into the sunset, he's a billionaire, so that's number 2. And this guy had a lot of fucking power, i.e. a billionaire, but had a lot of fucking power and a lot of control within the company and no longer has it. So here we go, kicking a man while he's down. Again, I'm not saying that he didn't do any of this. I'm saying, where the fuck is the real evidence? Because text messages or pictures of paper text messages doesn't give me shit when you have him texting like a Chicago rapper. Sorry, it just doesn't. So here we go. In July of 2021, the suit said that McMahon instructed Grant to create personalized sexual content for a WWE superstar that he was trying to get to re-sign. The suit didn't name the professional wrestler, but described him as both a UFC fighter and WWE talent. So it could have been fucking what's his name? Matt Riddle. Could have been. People familiar with the matter identified the wrestler as Brock Lesnar, one of WWE's biggest names. Lesnar didn't immediately respond Thursday to requests for comment. The suit said McMahon shared the explicit photos with the star and informed Grant that he likes what he sees from her. After the star agreed to a new WWE contract, McMahon texted Grant in August of 2021 to say part of the deal was fucking you. That December, McMahon gave Grant's personal cell phone number to the WWE star, the lawsuit said. The wrestler asked her to send a video of herself urinating. The suit said after she did, he called her a bitch. That same month, the suit said the star expressed a desire to set a play date, but a snowstorm disrupted his travel plans. Like I said, man, if this is true, this is some sick shit. I don't know what it is with rich dudes and watching chicks pee, but no matter how rich I'll ever be, that will never be anything enticing or attractive to me. That is just weird shit, man. I don't know, man. Again, we have no evidence whatsoever. This is the pussyfied generation that we live in. And here's another example. This Gareth character on Twitter has had Brock Lesnar as his profile picture for at least a couple of years. He tweets this out after somebody pointed out, Jobber Nation pointed out, that he changed his fucking profile picture from Lesnar to Gunther. And of course, you have, again, the twatter mob that wants to virtue signal, per usual, get their word out, get their opinion out on this whole matter, and just throw more dirt on Vince McMahon's fucking name. Reading a recent lawsuit made me feel sick AF. Well, if true, yeah, it should. Vince McMahon, and to be honest, that's what they want you to feel. They want you to feel that way. They want us to, as a people, as the mob, to accuse Vince McMahon ourselves because these charges are so bad. And because the dialogue and the detail that they're giving us is so fucking bad. They want us to hang Vince McMahon. So then this guy tweets out, Vince McMahon needs to be removed from the board immediately. There's no compromise. Just leave. And this is why majority of people cannot be in positions of power, cannot even be on boards of any company, because they choose emotions over actual facts. Now facts can make you emotional, but I'm not going to get emotional off of something that's not facts, fam. I'm just not. So Jobber Nation replies back to this weirdo, retarded asshole ass fuck, and says, why did you change your Lesnar profile picture? To appease the IWC? And that's what he tweets out. It's called having a bit of respect. Really? Respect for who? A whore? A whore that took money? That, like, the real definition of a whore? A prostitute? Putting out for fucking money? And then coming back and saying that you want more money? Or you're going to sue? We're talking about respect for that person? Just want to be clear. I'm not going to pretend as if he's not one of the two people I'm thinking who fits the description just because I'm a fan of his. I'm disappointed. So again, you're not going off of facts. You're going off of a rumor. You're going off of literally word of fucking mouth at this point. Accusations, assumptions, if you will, at this point. Oh my God. Jobber Nation replies back with, Lesnar isn't being sued. If he did, he would have been named along with Vince. He's allegedly guilty of being into weird, freakish shit. None of us knows what any of these people do behind closed doors, and that's facts. That's facts. None of us know what these guys really do behind closed doors. So for us to go off of a Wall Street Journal article, which again, I don't even believe is even credible, because they'll jump on anything controversial and put it out. Don't believe any kind of fucking journal in 2024. That's for damn sure. No news outlet is really that credible anymore in this day and age. We got to see for our fucking selves. There's way too much shit going on out. The Jonathan Major situation ain't even a concrete situation, and they got him the fuck out of here. All because of public perception. All because of a fucking PR move. Like I said, man, I don't have much else to say about this whole Vince McMahon situation, to be honest. I just think that it's blown out of proportion. I woke up this morning. I did not expect to see no dumb shit like that. That's for damn sure. But if you're going to ask Korn what Korn thinks about the situation, I'm going to fucking tell you. I don't think it's real. I don't think it's true. I think it has to do with the number one fucking American language, the dollar bill. That's what I think it has to do with. And I also think it has to do with, because he is a billionaire, agendas, certain agendas. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think in the live chat on that whole situation. And make sure you guys hit that like and that follow.